Welcome to Level Up Strategies Westchester Real Estate Market Update. I'm your host, Jason Wilson, broker owner of LIFENY Real Estate. Here's the latest comparison for Westchester single-family home sales 2017 versus 18 from January 1st to September 9th. The units are down 5.2%, 4,359 homes that sold last year versus 4,132 homes that sold this year. The dollar volume is down 3.5%, but the median is up 2%, 665, 500 versus 678, 625 this year. All right, quick real estate tip. So welcome to the fall market. Is your home ready to sell this season? So here's the thing, just to give you some feedback in the field, how is it that there's sellers out there that still have 24-hour notice on their home to show? Now, I get it, having your house on the market is a real inconvenience, and I get that part, but 24 hours is not realistic, especially on the weekends. I'll give you a perfect example. I'm out there with buyers right now, and they come up and, we plan, 24, 48 hours in advance and, schedule, showings, or they'll call me on a Friday and say, let's go see houses tomorrow. Or when we're in the car, they say, can we go see a house? Now, I get an hour notice, 2-hour notice. You want to get the house prepared, but 24-hour notice, I get it. It's an inconvenience, but it's not really realistic. So just think of it. Keep this in mind. 24 hours could be what's restricting your showings. Keep that in mind. Your broker's told you a couple times. I'm just going to give you an outside opinion is that, yes, 24-hour notice, even 48-hour notice, that is a lot. And I get it. Having your house on the market's an inconvenience. So just have it ready for the weekends. Some weekends will be busy. Some weekends won't be busy. So keep that in mind, but always have it ready to show. All right, another quick thing I just wanted to go over. So I was, scouring the internet and I found this blog post, keepingcurrentmatters.com, and this is for buyers out there. And it says, here are, the 4 great reasons to consider buying a home today instead of waiting. And number 1 is price will continue to rise. And it says here, CoreLogic's latest home price insights report reveals that the home prices have appreciated by 6.2% over the last 12 months. The same report predicts the price will continue to increase at the rate of 5.1% over the next year. And that's, and that home values will continue to appreciate for years. Waiting no longer makes sense. Keep in mind, you're hearing all different things in different market areas. Some market areas are accelerating higher than others. And that's why I say you need to speak to a local real estate professional to find out what the stats are in your market area, because you could be in another state right now and it could be more than 6.2. Remember, this is a national rating. This is not a Westchester rating. Mortgage interest rates are projected to increase. They're still really low. You got to keep that in mind. But what this article says here is Freddie Mac, the primary mortgage market survey, shows that the interest rates for a 30-year mortgage have already increased by 0.5 percentage point to around 4.5% in 2018. Most experts predict the rate will rise over the next 12 months. The Mortgage Bankers Association, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, and the National Association of Realtors are projecting that the rates will increase by 0.5 percentage point to around 5.1% by this time next year. An increase in rate will impact your monthly mortgage payment. A year from now, your housing expense will increase if a mortgage is necessary to buy your next home, which we know a lot of people need a mortgage, so yes, that's true. Number 3, either way, you're paying a mortgage. There's some renters who have not yet purchased homes because they're uncomfortable taking on the obligation of a mortgage. Everyone should realize that unless you're living with your parents rent-free, you are paying someone's mortgage, and that could either be yours or the landlord's. As an owner, your mortgage payment is a form of forced savings that allows you to build equity in your home, which you could then tap into later in life. As renters, you guarantee your landlord is the person building that equity. Are you ready to put your housing cost to work for you? And number 4, is it time to move on with your life? The cost of a home is determined by 2 major components, the price of the home and the current mortgage rate, and it appears that both are on the rise. But what if they weren't? Would you wait? Look at the actual reason you're buying and decide if it's worth waiting. Whether you want to have a great place for your children to grow up, you want your family to be safer, or just want to have control over your renovations. Maybe now's the time to buy. So if the right thing for you and your family is to purchase this home this year, buying rather now than later could lead to substantial savings. So keep that in mind. You hear all these different things as the markets, some people say, maybe there's going to be a housing bust. I think it's just the news because it sounds newsworthy and numbers were down a little bit. But like I was talking to a mortgage guy today and he said, the numbers were really good in the summertime and now all of a sudden everything seems to be quiet. And, there's changes out there. So keep that in mind. Really, you need to speak to your local real estate professionals in the market. We cover Westchester County. We cover Putnam County. So if you have any questions in those market areas, you can reach out to us anytime. But keep that in mind is, what is going on in your market area. And that's the conversation you need to have with your agents. If you're a buyer, what's going on in the market. Ask them to do a comparative market analysis on a property that you're interested in. If you're a seller, talk to your agent every week. See what's going on with the market. See what's going on with the stats. See what's going on with the closings. A lot of the closings happen June, July, and August. So kind of keep that in mind. That's where you see the biggest boom when it comes to the closings. And right now there is buyer's activity. It's in various price pockets. So some pockets it's more activity than others. So keep in touch with your agent and have them a conversation with them and talk about what's going on with the market. And going back to what I said before, 24-hour notice. Take that thing off, especially on the weekends. All right, it's time to sign off now. If you have any real estate questions, post your questions below or direct message me. Remember, visit us every Tuesday for our Real Estate Market Minute presented by LifeNY and Level Up Strategy. Thanks for listening. Enjoy the rest of your day.